مرحبا وأهلا وسهلا فيكم. Hope you're all well and have a wonderful day. Welcome to another tutorial of Learn Levantine Arabic. Today's tutorial is a very much wanted one, as a number of you asked about it. And in today's tutorial, we'll be looking at the object pronouns, their importance, and how to use them in Levantine Arabic, and equally compare them to the same in modern standard Arabic and other dialects. Let's have a look. Before going any further, let's have a look at what's an object pronoun. How do you use it? Well, object pronouns are similar in terms of use to possessive pronouns and the way we use them and the way we add them. However, note that possessive pronouns, we only add them to nouns, where our object pronouns, we add them to verbs. So that's the slight changes between both. As I mentioned earlier, they're absolutely identical with possessive pronouns and only differ with the conjugation of the first person, like I, masculine, feminine. So they're absolutely the same as modern standard Arabic and other dialects like Gulf, Iraqi, and Egyptian, and only have very subtle or slight changes or differences between both. However, they are absolutely the same. I'm going to show you a comparison between them, and it's for you to judge. I mean, in my opinion, they are pretty much identical, but maybe it's from the native speaker's point of view. However, you be the judge, you have a look at them, and they're very much similar to Levantine Arabic. And as we're here on this page, if you're finding this content interesting and enjoy watching these videos, I want me to make more of these videos, then definitely consider subscribing and liking this video, as it helps the channel and the video quite a bit. Many thanks in advance. Right, and here in this page we've got a great comparison for all these object pronouns in Fusha, modern standard Arabic, in Levantine Arabic, or we call it Shami, but I don't tend to call it Shami just so people don't think that I'm only referring to where I'm from in Damascus. So we use Levantine Arabic to refer to the four countries: Palestine, Syria, Jordan, and Lebanon. We've got the Gulf Arabic and the Egyptian Arabic. On the right hand side we've got the subject pronouns: Ana, which means I, masculine, feminine; Inta, you, masculine; Inti, you, feminine; Nahna, we, group of people; Intu, you, group of people; Huwa, he, third person; He, she, third person; Henne or Humme, they, group of people. Now I'm going to go through them and read them, and for you to decide whereas there's a big difference between these object pronouns in Fusha, Levantine, Gulf, and Egyptian. So we've got, with I, we add ni, ni, and as you see in read. With Inta, ka, ak. With Inti, ki, ek, ich, ek. With we, group of people, na. With you, group of people, we have kom, kon, ku. With he, third person, hu, ha. So with the object pronouns in dialect, they tend to pronounce them very silent. In fact, in dialects, people tend to write it with h, but they tend to pronounce it as an u, like akhadto, I took him, akhadto. So in terms of pronunciation, when people use it, it doesn't really reflect on the script. So we write a h, but people tend to pronounce it o, beto, that's his house. But if you say akhadto, I took him. With she, third person, is uha, ha. So see, the consistency between dialects is pretty much the same, whereas in MSA is different, and that is due to a number of facts, grammatical and linguistic. With henne or humme, ohum, or hun. So hum or hun, that's used in Levantine Arabic. Hum is the same in Gulf. Hum is the same in Egyptian Arabic, and sometimes they tend to double the letter M, so they say humma. So it's pretty much the same. What to conclude here on this page, as you see, regarding the object pronouns in modern standard Arabic, they do have a fixed pronunciation. They're very thick in terms of pronunciation. On the other hand, if we look at the object pronouns among these three dialects, you see they're pretty much consistent and the same, except with you, feminine, in Gulf Arabic they add a cha, and if you have a look at the you group of people with Egyptian Arabic, they say ku. But they're absolutely the same and nothing changes. In terms of meaning, it's me, you feminine, us, you group of people, him or it if the noun is masculine, her or it if it's feminine, and we tend to use them for it inanimate. I'll make some examples, so don't worry about it. And then it's them. So that's the meaning for these object pronouns in this chart. Great. Now we've got a couple of examples for you. How do we tend to use these object pronouns? So let's have a look at it. قريت الكتاب. شفت الولد. شفت الفيلم. أخذت الشنطة. ساعدت البنات. شفت الأساتذة. بعتت الرسائل. ساعدت البنات. شفت الأساتذة. بعتت الرسائل. زرعت الشجر. Great. Now, in order to perfect this grammatical case, you need to understand the object. So here, the book is the object. Is it masculine or feminine? It's masculine. Great. That's out of the way. الولد is it masculine or feminine? It's masculine. الفيلم is it masculine or feminine? It's masculine, singular. So that kind of thing helps us basically knowing the gender and equally knowing whether it's singular or plural, whether it's animate or inanimate. Shanta is singular, feminine, inanimate. البنات is plural, human or animate. الأساتذة animate, plural. الرسائل inanimate, plural. الشجر inanimate, plural. So then coming back to this chart and remembering the object pronoun and what do they stand for, it becomes really handy. So pause the video for a minute, have a look at it, then go back to the section and try to answer them. Now we're back here, assuming you've paused the video for a minute or you wrote these object pronouns down. Here we've got the examples, give them a try. Now pause the video for a minute, try to add these object pronouns and see whether you got it right or not, because I'm going to reveal the answers. Assuming you did, now let's have a look at the answers. قريت الكتاب becomes قريته, I read it. So أرى, to read, and it, I read, and oh, I read it. So here it has taken the same object pronoun as he, third person. شفت الولد, walad is animate, singular, masculine. You would say شفته, I saw him. شفت, I saw, and him is an O. So see, it's pretty much the same. قريته, I read it, belongs to the book because the book is singular, masculine, but it's inanimate. And here in the second example, in شفته, it took the same object pronoun, O, which refers to him. The third example, شفت الفيلم, I saw the film. شفته, I watched it or I saw it. شفت, I saw, and O belongs to the film because the film is inanimate, singular, masculine. أخذت الشنطة, I took the bag. أخذت, I took it. أخذت, I took, and the A belongs to the bag because the bag is feminine, singular, inanimate, and it takes the same object pronoun as she, third person. And in the other example, ساعدت البنات, البنات is animate, plural, so you would say ساعدتهن. So hon is them, I helped them. ساعدتهن, and here the hon belongs to the girls as animate, plural, or human, plural. شفت الأساتذة, I saw the teachers. شفت الأساتذة, and you would say شفت هن, I saw them. So hon belongs to the teacher and it's animate, plural, or human, plural, in order to simplify it. بعتت الرسائل, بعتت الرسائل, I send the messages. بعتت الرسائل, I sent the messages or the letters. So you would say بعتتها, بعتتها, I send it. So here with inanimate plural, it takes the same object pronoun as she, third person. So it's say بعتتها. You wouldn't say بعتتهن, you would say بعتتها. However, note, in dialect, the majority of people tend to make mistakes and they tend to use hon for it, plural, like inanimate objects. So you would hear sometimes people say بعتتهن, I sent them. But in fact, you should say بعتتها, I sent it. So that's the correct way of saying it. Our last example, زرعت الشجر, I grew the trees or I planted the trees. So you'd say زرعتها, I planted them or it. So similarly to the previous example, we added ha because the shajar is inanimate, plural, so it's it, plural. Therefore, it takes the same object pronoun as she, third person, and it, singular. Coming back to the previous note I made, people would say زرعتهن, using the same object pronoun for they human or they animate. Again, if you forget it, then that will be alright, but the correct way is to add the object pronoun as for she third person or it singular. So I hope these examples had helped you. However, if you want more help or more examples or more activities to practice and master the object pronouns, in my grammar book, I've looked at it, and in my both the activity book part 1 and activity part 2, I have looked at the object pronoun extensively, and I've made quite a lot of examples for you to look at it alongside with key answers. I'll leave the links for all the 3 books in the description below, so if you want to buy any of those books off Amazon, you certainly can. In this section, we'll be looking at a couple of useful phrases and some common mistakes where people tend to use it as when they learn Arabic. So the first one is بحبك. بحبك, when you express your love to a guy, you'd say بحب, I love, and ak is you. However, there's a common mistake. Lots of students, they say بحب أنت. So you can't say I love you. Understanding that أنت means you, masculine. We don't add the subject pronoun after a verb. So this is a a very big grammatical error. So we never ever bring subject pronoun after a verb. It's the opposite way. So the correct way is say بحبك, I love you. And if you talk to female or confess and express your love to a girl, you say بحبك, I love you, بحبك. And if you want to test your fortune, and if you want to say she loves me or he loves me, you would say بيحبني. بيحبني, he loves me, he loves me, he loves me not, he loves me, he loves me not. You might give that a try. So بيحبني, that's if he loves me. But if you say she loves me, instead of be, you would say بتحبني, she loves me. So here, that's the object pronoun for I. First person, masculine, feminine. So ni, which means me. Answering one of your questions, can we or do we add object pronouns to prepositions? Of course we do, because not all verbs are transitive. Certain verbs do come or must accompany a certain preposition, because the meaning will be incomplete. Very much like the verb in Arabic, to buy. اشترى إلي, he bought for me. So if you add the object pronoun directly to the verb, it will become by me, and that is inappropriate or wrong. So therefore, certain verbs do come with certain prepositions, depending on the transitive or intransitive. So he would say بعت إلي, he sent for me. So E there is added. Okay, so we've got بعتني. بعتني, he sent me. Maybe he sent me to go and do something on behalf of him, to schedule a meeting or to report or to say something to somebody else. So بعت, he sent, and ni is me, بعتني. Another example, وصلت هون. وصل is to give a lift or to drive somebody somewhere. وصلت, هون is them. وصلت هون, I gave them a lift. ساعدني Mark. ساعد is to help, and ni is me. ساعدني Mark, Mark helped me. ساعدني Mark. وصلني أبي على محطة القطار. وصل is to drive somebody or to give a lift. وصلني drove me, so ni is me. أبي, my dad, على to محطة القطار, the train station. My dad drove me to the train station. وصلني أبي على محطة القطار. شاركت معها. شارك is to participate or to join. مع is with, and ها is her. شاركت معها, I participated with her. في المعرض, in the exhibition. وثقت فيهن. وثق is to trust. وثقت, I trusted. فيهن, in them. So I trusted them. وثقت فيهن, I trusted them. خبرتهن, I told them. So خبر is to tell, and خبرت, I told, and هن is them. خبرتهن, I told them, meaning خبرت الولاد. For example, the ولاد is an example, could be anything else. خبرت الولاد. خبرتهن, I told them. اشتريت الأقلام, I bought the pens. اشتريتها, I bought it. All coming back to the point which I made, some people would use the object pronoun for they animate or they group of people. So they say اشتريتهن, I bought them. The correct way is اشتريتها, I bought it or bought them. And here's a conjugation for a very useful phrase or common phrase a lot of you asked. So let's have a look at it. Can you help me? ممكن تساعدني. تساعد is you help, ni is me. So that is you help me. تساعدني. ممكن تساعدني, can you help me? ممكن تساعدها. Can you help her? تا is the present tense conjugation for you masculine. ساعد is the verb and ها is her. ممكن تساعدها. Can you help her? ممكن تساعدنا. Can you help us? Masculine. ممكن تساعده. Can you help him? ممكن تساعدهن. Can you masculine help them? ممكن تساعدهن. And here if I want to help you or me asking can I help you, you would say ممكن ساعدك, asking you masculine, or ممكن ساعدك. ساعد ek. ممكن ساعدك. Can I help you feminine? ممكن ساعدك. Can I help you masculine? ممكن ساعدك. Can I help you feminine? Great. And with this, I'll end today's tutorial. And what we talked about is the object pronoun, how to use it, where to use it, and the main differences between these object pronouns, between Modern Standard Arabic and Levantine Arabic, Gulf and Egyptian Arabic, alongside with a number of examples, and these the common phrases or the main questions you guys ask me. So here are, as you see in this page, these are a number of answers to the questions you asked me previously, and I put everything here in this video. So I hope you really enjoyed it and find it helpful. And if you did, don't forget to subscribe. You will always be notified if a new video is out, and don't forget to like the button as it helps the channel and this video quite a bit. Much appreciated. Till next time, stay safe. Ma salame.